I've got big news for you. The IRS delays the cost-based reporting rules that everyone was scrambling about at the end of 2024. I'll give you the details. And there's a new stablecoin that is backed by Blackrock's Buidl tokenized fund. I'll give you the details there. Let's get into it. Hey everybody, welcome into the Thinking Crypto podcast, your home for cryptocurrency news and interviews. I'm your host, Tony Edward. On your way in, please hit that subscribe button as well as the thumbs up button and leave a comment below. If you're listening on a podcast platform such as Spotify or Apple, please leave a 5-star rating and a review. Folks, let's take a look at the price of Bitcoin because today we saw a bit of a move upward. Bitcoin currently sitting at about $97,175. So we're seeing a bit of an upside move, but nothing to call home about here yet. We need it to prove itself because this could be a fake out. The market could easily fake us out. We could still be in for more downside before we find the bottom of this consolidation and then we move to higher prices. And it's just January 2nd. So we have the entire month to see what Bitcoin's going to do here. I do think as we head into February and March, we're going to see higher prices, of course, but we want to be sure that the correction and the pullback and all these things are finished with, and we're not being faked out here. So let's see what happens as things progress into the month. If you look at the Bitcoin monthly chart, it does look bullish with the monthly RSI lining up, and it shows that we have not hit the peaks that we've seen in the previous bull market tops. So we still got upside to go, guys, and this is the year of the blow off top. It's the third year. I wrote about it in my newsletter today. If you're not subscribed, be sure to subscribe. It's 100% free. And we did see some altcoins start to make some moves. So XRP currently at $2.43. It is up near 12% over the past 7 days. BNB up as well. Solana up at $207, up near 10% over the past 7 days. Doge is also up at 34 cents, up about 8% over the past 7 days. Cardano is also moving. It is near 99 cents, up near 14% over the past 7 days. So we're starting to see some life here, but we have to wait for the rally to prove itself. As always, we want to make sure that we are operating by the charts and what the market is showing us, not by our feelings and emotions. So good to see some upside though, and hopefully, fingers crossed, that this is the start of the next move upwards. If not, it's okay. It goes back down and tests some price points and supports before going up. That's fine as well. Now let's talk about the big news, guys. We got an update here that the IRS has delayed implementing the crypto cost basis reporting rules. Now this was a big thing as we wrapped up 2024. Everyone was scrambling. I had Clinton Donnelly of Crypto Tax Audit on the podcast talking about the snapshots and all the things you need to do. So this is good news that they're delaying this and we don't necessarily have to worry about it. So the IRS has moved the crypto tax reporting rules back to December 31st to let brokers adapt to new regulations. The new rule required users to choose tax accounting methods for crypto assets unavailable on centralized brokerage platforms. So these new requirements won't start until 2026. So we got a whole year, guys, which is good. The delay will allow brokers to adapt to the new regulations on determining the cost basis for cryptocurrencies on centralized platforms. So good news, and maybe these platforms will be much more prepared and ready when we are ready to do our taxes next year. And it could be that this even gets pushed back further more with Donald Trump coming into office. And you're going to have a very pro-crypto government coming in place. You know, you got the White House crypto czar, you got the SEC, Treasury, and many other folks who are pro-crypto being put into office. So we'll have to wait and see how this all plans out. But this is good that it's being delayed. A very good thing here, guys. So we don't have to worry about this, at least for the next year. Now, big news coming out from NYDIG. Many of you may remember that name. It's a Wall Street firm that was formed years back, and they've been doing a lot with Bitcoin and crypto. Well, we got news here that NYDIG, a Stone Ridge subsidiary, announced that they are looking to capitalize on Bitcoin-backed loans financed via insurance float. Jeff Park of Bitwise Asset Management said this is a prime example of how the asset management system can be gained. So this goes on and on. I'm not going to read through everything, but guys, you're starting to see the financialization of Bitcoin and crypto, and it usually starts with Bitcoin. And once the proof of concept works with Bitcoin, they're going to add it for altcoins. So you're seeing Wall Street create all these financial products and services around Bitcoin. It's pretty incredible, but this is where we're headed to. I've been saying it for years, the token economy, and you have these hard assets that are trading 24/7. They're global, and tons of liquidity can come into them because it's not specifically a US market or a European market. It's everywhere. And anyone with an internet connection can buy a fraction of Bitcoin, ETH, XRP, whatever it may be, and participate in the asset class. There's never been anything like this in the history of the world. So pretty incredible stuff. And keep an eye on NYDIG. They continue to do some incredible stuff. At one point, years ago, they were working with different federal credit unions and local banks to help them offer Bitcoin to their clients. So all these things have been in the works for a long time. Now we got news that BlackRock's Buidl approved as a backing token for Frax USD stablecoin. First, BlackRock, they continue to expand in crypto, whether it's tokenization, ETFs, stablecoins, you name it, they are all in, right? Larry Fink was not kidding when he was going around saying tokenization is the future of finance. He's bullish on Bitcoin, and we know they're doing a lot. Second, we continue to see stablecoins being issued by everybody and their uncle, right? The stablecoin wars are heating up, but this is healthy, right? We want competition, we want innovation, and the end user will benefit from that. So very good sign of a healthy growing market. So let me give you the details. Securitize's proposal to make BlackRock's Buidl token the backing for Frax Finance's USD stablecoin has received swift governance approval, paving the way for the launch of the FRX USD stablecoin, the company announced Thursday. FRX USD combines the transparency and programmability of blockchain technology with the trust and stability of BlackRock's prime treasury offerings, said Frax Finance founder Sam Kaismian in a statement Thursday. The announcement of the approval and launch of Frax's USD stablecoin comes less than 2 weeks after Securitize, the broker-dealer for BlackRock's Buidl tokenized money market fund, submitted a governance proposal requesting Buidl be added as the backing token for FRX USD. Securitize wrote the governance proposal that was presented to Frax's DAO. Early feedback suggested the proposal would likely be approved. Guys, I hope you see what's happening here. You have some of the biggest companies in the world building, tokenizing, launching stablecoins. It's incredible what's happening. Here's a quote: Buidl will become an enshrined custodian asset for minting and redeeming FRX USD. The stablecoin will be uniquely backed by assets held in BlackRock's Buidl, which invests in cash, U.S. Treasury bills, and repurchase agreements, according to Thursday's statement. Incredibly bullish stuff. And many of you know that I've interviewed some folks from Securitize, one just last month. I interviewed Carlos Domingo, the founder, early in 2024. So they're doing some amazing things, guys. I'm going to try to get somebody on the podcast to talk about this new stablecoin, but they are expanding to different blockchains. Today, they highlighted that Buidl's dividend payout, it has been, the total was $17.2 million that's been distributed. So they said the BlackRock USD institutionalized digital liquidity fund continues to showcase the power of tokenized finance, paying out over $17 million in dividends since its launch in March, with availability on 6 blockchains. Listen to this: Ethereum, Aptos, Arbitrum, AVAX, Optimism, and Polygon. Buidl makes institutional grade returns more accessible than ever. Folks, if you hold some of the tokens of these blockchains, you're positioning yourself to make returns. Obviously, this is not the only factor, but if it's getting adoption from big institutions on Wall Street, that's a very good sign. I hold ETH, I hold AVAX, which is on the Avalanche blockchain, and I hold Matic, the native token of the Polygon blockchain. Now, some of you may hold Aptos, Arbitrum, and even Optimism. So, guys, this is the opportunity of a lifetime. This is why I'm sharing this news with you. I'm not sharing ridiculous price points and trying to do clickbait here. I'm giving you cold, hard facts. And as educated investors, we have to take note of these things. Which blockchains are getting adoption? What is happening on those blockchains? Are developers building apps? Are Wall Street TradFi firms using them, right? That's going to be a big part in the valuation of these blockchain networks as things progress. And the more activity, as I've often told you guys, Metcalfe's law, the more activity, the more participants, the more users, the more stronger that blockchain network becomes, and the more valuable its native token will become. So think of it as a network, and you get to participate by having the token that is used on that network. So incredibly bullish stuff. Now, speaking of networks, VeChain is one of the top layer one enterprise blockchains out there. I'm a VET token holder. I have been for years. I'm very bullish on this project. VeChain is getting adoption from many big enterprises globally who are using them to build Web3 applications and decentralized applications. Some of the key features of the VeChain blockchain includes it's secure, affordable, scalable, fast, and sustainable. Some of the brands that are working with VeChain include Givenchy, PwC, that's one of the top accounting firms in the world, Sam's Club, Walmart China, BMW, and you name it, Boston Consulting Group, and much more. So once again, I'm very bullish on this project. And if you'd like to learn more about them, go to vchain.org. Link will be in the description. Now, folks, we got news here that Tether's USDT sees the largest weekly market cap drop since the FTX collapse amid MiCA full implementations. So many of you know in Europe, there's the MiCA regulations, which is their version of crypto regulations. It covers everything, stablecoins and market structure and so forth. And Tether, of course, has not been in compliance. So they've been pretty much shut off there. Now, Tether, being the world's largest stablecoin issuer, still has the full market dominance, still king of the hill right now. I do think over time they're going to lose market share. But right now, they're doing well. Their revenues have been incredible despite these challenges. But I do expect that they will come into some compliance eventually. I mean, hopefully. But if not, then somebody else is going to come in and take the lead, like USDC, Ripple's RLUSD. You got PayPal's PYUSD as well. So in the week since the European Union's markets Cryptoassets MiCA regulation came into full effect on December 30th, USDT's market cap fell by over 1.2%, dropping from $138.8 billion to approximately $137 billion. This marks the largest decline since the 7-day period from November 10th to November 17th, 2022, when USDT's market value plummeted by 5.7% following the collapse of the FTX exchange. Over the past 2 weeks, USDT's market cap has declined by 2.7% from a record high of $141 billion on December 19th to its current level. Analysts attribute this decrease partly to the introduction of MiCA, though the broader market dynamics have also contributed to the stablecoin's shrinking capitalization. So, guys, I don't think there's any cause for panic here from 138 billion to 137. Now, if that dropped to 138 to 100 billion, I would say, okay, sound the alarm here. Something is happening, but this is nothing. I mean, 1.2%. So just want to make sure you guys are aware of this, because if there's further downside, we will know what the catalyst is and what's the snowball effect that's happening here. But nothing to sound the alarms about here. And like I said, Tether still by market cap, still dominating. But over time, I do see that they will lose some market share, but they're still going strong in other parts of the world and other markets and jurisdictions. Now, final news item here. We got news that Solana's restaking protocol, Solana, gains governance token and foundation. So Solana Foundation has launched to support the Solana restaking protocol, Solana, the layer governance token, which is meant to spur increased development of the restaking platform, is also being introduced with an upcoming claim planned, although no date was provided. Now, guys, as always, I keep it real with you guys. I am not 100% sold on this restaking stuff. You had EigenLayer, you had a whole bunch of stuff. I even had Warren Paul Anderson, who used to work for Ripple, who founded ackRock, come on the podcast and talk about this. And look, I'm still getting educated about it. I don't know everything. I'm still trying to learn myself. But I don't know if I fully understand restaking and if I trust it. I want to give it some more time and see some results and make sure that it's safe and all these things. But The idea makes sense, but look, I think some of these things I've often stated, version 1.0 is not going to be perfect. There's going to be flaws and bugs and all that. And I kind of like to let those things get resolved before I go put my money in it, if you know what I mean. I don't want to be the crash test dummy. So I let these things really get going. And once they've shown that they are stable and that they're not going to get hacked or you're going to lose your money, then I'll jump in. Right. So just my 2 cents. I'm sure many of you agree with me, but some of you may want to take that risk. You might get the reward. So Solana is a Solana restaking protocol modeled after the Ethereum restaking protocol eigenlayer. Restaking allows users to earn additional rewards by locking up their stake assets again in different protocols known as actively validated services, AVSS, to maximize their earnings. The restaking protocol is currently the 12th largest on Solana, according to DeFi Llama. So once again, I want to see some more results. I want to see if some hackers go and test this, make sure that it's okay. But once again, the idea makes sense. I just want to see that the technology is up to par for me to put my money in. So, guys, that's the news. Let me know what you think, especially about the IRS news. That's good stuff. The Blackrock news is big as well. Things are moving ahead, guys. Just be patient. I know many of you want to see higher prices. I do as well. This is the year to make the money, in my opinion, not to buy. We've already bought. And don't get me wrong, if we have some major pullbacks, I'm going to, buy some altcoins, not Bitcoin necessarily. But this is the year we are looking to cash out. And if you are not positioned that way and you're new, well, this is your intro lesson and you're going to be more educated, ready for the next bull market cycle, which is coming in 2028. And yes, after this cycle is done, I will be making content. Even after making money, I'll be making content preparing for the next cycle, guys. I'm here for the long run to get as much of the profits out of this market as possible. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity. And there are billions of people who are not paying attention, but that's where the opportunities lie, because if everybody's in it, usually you're not going to be able to make as much money, right? The same principle applies for certain stocks, real estate, and so on and so forth. So guys, once again, a great way you can support me is by signing up for my free newsletter. It's 100% free. It's on Substack. Link will be in the description. And also grab a copy of my book if you haven't already. It's available on Amazon in paperback and digital. Buy a copy for yourself. Buy a few copies for your friends and family. Help them to learn about crypto. This book will educate them. Knowledge is power. And if you bought a copy already, please, 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 please leave a rating and review. It will really help me out. Thank you guys. I appreciate you all, and I'll talk to you all later.